Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar. My name is Lauriane Blandel. I'm the head of IMT Atlantique's International Office, and I'm very happy to be here with you today. To start with, I'd like to give you a short introduction about who we are, give you some details about IMT Atlantique, which is actually a graduate engineering school / technological university specializing in digital technology, energy, and the environment. IMT Atlantique is actually part of the IMT group, Institut Mines Telecom, which is the largest group of engineering and management schools in France, meaning that once you graduate from IMT Atlantique, you will also be a graduate from the IMT group, having tremendous access to a lot of contacts. IMT Atlantique is an engineering school, meaning that it has strong links with companies in the industrial world. Actually, all of our students have to complete internships in companies, and this will be your case if you choose us. We are also known all around the world for our research activities, and we have cooperations with some of the most important research centers in France, like CNRS and INSERM. Maybe some of you have heard about CNRS and INSERM before. And of course, IMT Atlantique is an international institute. As you might have seen in the video, we count more than 40% of international students on our campuses. We count almost 200 partner universities all around the world, and our professors come from all over the world and do research with universities all around the world. We've been recognized in some of the most prominent international rankings, as you can see on this slide. If you want more details, I really encourage you to check our website. But we are also in the top 10 of French engineering schools in France. So when you choose a university in France, please bear in mind that choosing a university, a school, and institutes that is prestigious and that is known in France and also in the world is obviously something you have to take into account, as it will make it easier for you to find a job after you graduate. It's always, of course, a plus. Let's now talk about our campuses. As you might know, IMT Atlantique spans 3 campuses in France, all located on the French West Coast, the French California, as I like to say, in the beautiful cities of Brest, Rennes, and Nantes. As you can see on the pictures here, our campuses are very green and they are all close to the Atlantic Ocean, hence the name of our school, IMT Atlantique. It is very appreciated by students because it offers a very healthy study environment. What you also have to know is that a lot of companies chose these cities to start their businesses. So there are a lot of internship and job opportunities if you wish to stay there in western part of France to work after your studies with us. And these cities are very student friendly. And there are actually a lot of international students there. It is located only 2 hours by train from Paris. So if you want to visit Paris or travel all around the world, it's pretty easy. But there are international airports in each one of these cities, making it easy to travel in Europe or all over the world. Let's now focus on our programs. So today I'll mainly focus on our English taught programs, as I guess this is what you're interested in. Actually, we offer a lot of programs, graduate and postgraduate programs mainly, but also short programs. As you can see on this slide, these programs are offered in French or in English or in both languages. But once again, today we'll focus on our international Masters of Science that are taught in English. But if you're interested in other programs, feel free to check our websites for more details. So about our international master's program, you can see on these slides all the programs that are entirely taught in English, meaning that you don't need to speak French at all to be admitted and to graduate from these programs. So the first program presented here is our master's program in information technology with the track in architecture and engineering for the IoT. Second program is actually our program in industrial engineering with a specialization in supply chains and transport. Third program that is very popular and well known actually in the university world is our program in process and bioprocess engineering with a track in project management for environmental and energy engineering. It's actually our master's program in energy and the environment. With a mix of technical courses and management courses in the field of energy and the environment. And our last program, but not least, is our program in nuclear engineering with two different tracks. First track, nuclear energy production and industrial application, and second track, basically nuclear waste management. So all of these programs are open to you. They are open to you depending on the background that you have. You need to hold a bachelor degree to be admitted. If you're currently finishing your bachelor degree, if you're in your fourth year, you can apply right now. That is fine. And you don't need to speak French at all to be admitted. I also wanted to talk to you about these two other programs that are partially taught in English because some of you might be interested. Actually, there are two tracks from our MSc in Information Technologies that are partly taught in English. The first semester is in English and the rest of the program is in French. So we have two tracks, one track in data science and the CSNE track that are open. And regarding the second program in nuclear engineering, we have a track in nuclear for medical applications that is also open. The first year is entirely taught in English and the second year is taught in French. Do not worry if you don't speak French. We give you the opportunity to learn French while you study with us. If you join one of these programs, either the 100% taught in English programs or these two programs, you will be anyways taking French courses. French courses are part of the program. And we also offer a French summer school in the month of August every year for students who want to study French intensively. For example, if you want to join one of these two programs that are partially taught in French, then you will be joining the French summer school and study French for a month very intensively. So it's also very interesting for you to join this partially taught in English programs because it gives you the opportunity to learn French and at the end of the program to be bilingual or trilingual and to speak French. And it's something very appreciated, of course, by French companies to have international students who speak French. So we give you this opportunity. Let's now talk about the structure of our international MSc programs. It's pretty easy, always the same structure. All these programs last 2 years, Master 1, Master 2. They start with 3 academical semesters, and they end with a semester in a company or in a lab. It's actually what we call an internship, so professional experience at the end of your program with us. So when we say that the first 3 semesters are academic semesters, it actually means that you will obviously be taking courses, technical and scientific courses, but also management courses. And it's something that is very specific about our international programs, and that is very appreciated by international students, is that we provide you with management courses, meaning that we want to train experts, engineers who are technical and scientific experts, but who are also able to manage projects and teams. And that's what companies are looking for today. You will also be, of course, taking French courses, doing intercultural activities, and you will also be doing site visits. You will visit companies in the region, and also something interesting, we provide you with training, what we call training for the corporate world, meaning that we prepare you to look for a job in France, to look for an internship in France or in Europe. So we have a department dedicated to that, dedicated to really coach students in finding a job, finding an internship. And they also have various offers of jobs in France or internships in France and in Europe, actually. So even though finding an internship is your responsibility, we have a whole team dedicated to that. So do not worry about that. So as I said, these MSc programs are really a way to find a job easily after graduation, to find a job in a company, of course, as you might know, and as you can see on this slide, this master's program are built according to companies' needs. And some of the professors who are teaching in these programs are actually coming from the corporate world. And as I said, you will be completing an internship in the last semester of the program. And very often, actually, when you finish your internship, the company actually gives you a job offer to continue with them, because they trained you, they know you, and they want to keep you in the company. What you have to know is that there is a lack of engineers in France, and we need more engineers in France and in Europe, for example, in Germany. So it is not a problem for you to find a job once you graduate. Around 97% of IMT Atlantique students find a job in less than 3 months after their graduation. So it is it is a wonderful opportunity for you if you want to work in France, in Europe, or all over the world, because these international master's programs are recognized worldwide. If you're interested in research, bear in mind that it's also a possibility. Actually, completing a master's program in France makes it easier for you to find a PhD position in France or in Europe. Because for 2 years, you will be in touch with our professors, you will understand how research works in France, and you will also have access to our research facilities while studying with us. So it makes things easier. So it's actually a possibility for you to continue with a PhD. And every year we've got master's students who find a PhD position at IMT Atlantique or in other labs in France. So this is definitely an option for you. Let's now talk about applying. It's actually pretty easy. As you can see on this slide, everything takes place online. We have online platform. You just have to upload your application, but I'll give you some more details about that later. You have here the application calendar. What you have to remember is that our program in industrial engineering, nuclear engineering, and energy and environmental engineering start in the fall, in September every year, whereas our program in information technologies starts in the spring semester. So the calendar is quite different, okay? So this is something you have to remember. So regarding your application, the great news is that application is free. There is no application fee. So my advice is that you give it a try. It's free. It just takes some time to prepare your application, but everything is super easy. So basically, to apply, you have to upload your resume in English, a copy of your diploma and your university transcripts. You have to provide us with a motivation letter. This is a very important document. You have to spend some time on your motivation letter explaining why you want to join IMT Atlantique and how the master's program you're applying for will help you reach your professional goals. It's something very important in France. The motivation letter is very, very important. You also have to provide us with 2 reference letters from a professor or from someone from the industrial world. Both options are possible. And with English test results if you're non-native speakers. So you basically have to upload these documents online on our online platform, and then you will have the possibility to take an online interview. It's not mandatory, but it's a plus. It's definitely a plus. We want to give you the opportunity to express yourself and to demonstrate how motivated you are. So it's pretty easy. It's actually a pre-recorded interview system. So the time difference is not a problem. You just have to answer questions that are asked online, and the interview is pre-recorded. And then the heads of our programs and also us at the international office will basically watch the interview and evaluate the interview. And then once your application is uploaded, someone from the international office will review it and will send it to the heads of our programs, and your application will be assessed. Before submitting your application, you might need help to prepare your application. You might need help for, your motivation letter. And so we are here to answer all your questions and to help you with your application. So you will be able to email us, to call us, to WhatsApp us. That's not a problem. And we are here to help you. And once you've uploaded your application, you will receive notification of admission or of non-admission by email. If you're admitted, you receive your admission letter by email, so it's very easy. And then you will be able to start, with your visa process. And if you need to find financial support, you will have your admission letter and start looking for scholarships. So very easy. Everything takes place online. Everything is free. So once again, give it a try. Talking about tuition fees now. You've listed here all the tuition fees per year for each one of the international master's program I presented you. What you have to bear in mind is that we offer tuition fee waivers. So depending on the quality of your application, you can get up to 50% discount off the tuition fees that are listed here. Students coming from one of our partner universities can also get specific waivers. If you're a European student, you can also get a tuition fee waiver. If you get a scholarship from the French embassy or from Campus France, you get specific prices. So the only way to find out what final prices will be applicable to your case is to apply, because the final price will be written on your admission letter. So once again, apply right now and find out the tuition fee price applicable to your case. I'm going to show you a few more slides if you need to still make up your mind. As I said, IMT Atlantique counts a lot of international students, and our goal really is to make you feel at home once you join IMT Atlantique. So there are orientation days for international students, for you to meet with French students, for you to get ready, open a bank account, understand how French social security works. We offer on-campus accommodation. So it makes things very easy for international students when they get in France. They don't have to look for an apartment in the city. If you want, we have on-campus accommodation. There's also, of course, a student restaurant on each one of our campuses. There are sports facilities open to all students, and there are many different clubs. If you're a sport person, then you'll definitely find a club. If you're more like an art person, there are also different clubs in like music club, dance club, etc., etc. I told you about the cities where our campuses are located. Here are some pictures. There are charming cities. I live in Nantes, and I used to live in Paris, where life is crazy busy. I love living on the French West Coast. The cost of living is pretty low here compared to other big cities in France. And it's just nice, close to the ocean. But there are, city centers in each one of these cities that are pretty dynamic. So if you want to go out, there are tons of restaurants, tons of bars. Yes, just Google the cities and see what's going on there. But it's really nice to live on the French West Coast. And finally, and to conclude, here are some ideas that you need to remember if you still have doubts about coming to IMT Atlantique. What I wanted to emphasize is that as an engineering school, we are smaller than big universities in France. We are a human-sized institute, and we know our students. Like, you will know your professors. If you have a problem, if you need to talk to someone, we are really here to help you. So that's something also you have to bear in mind when choosing a university, an engineering, a business school in France, is if people are here to help you, well, we are here to help you. Also, something else very important, once you graduate from an engineering school or university in France, then you can get automatically an extension of your visa to stay in France and work in France or work in the European Union. Yes, and of course, as I said, IMT Atlantique is a nationally and internationally renowned technological university. The reputation of the school will definitely help you find a job once you graduate, either in a company or in a research lab. So there you go. I'm done with the presentation. So if you want to ask me questions, there will be a Q&A session right now. I don't know if I need to send you the link for the Zoom Q&A session. I guess so. I'm going to put it in the chat box. Just give me 1 second.